Now, maybe you're not someone who cares about what other people think. Maybe you don't care what other people think. And to that I say, well, good for you. But the rest of us have some issues here, so just let us sort this out. At least a few of us in this room this morning have an anxious feeling in our stomachs. We're worried about what someone is thinking about us, about how something will turn out. We're distracted. Well, what if love was just given? Acceptance simply given. Given to you. What if we didn't have to worry about any of this stuff? Do they like me? What do they think? Am I good enough? How will this work out? How can I prove to them I'm important? How do I look? What if we didn't have to worry about that? Well, the good news is that love is given. It's given. Acceptance is given. It's given to us, and nothing anyone can do can take it from us. Say this with me. I'm beloved. Okay, you're going to have to sell it if you're going to believe it. I'm beloved. Love isn't earned. Love is simply given. God just gives it away. God's given it to me. I don't care what you think. That last part is the best part of all. Okay, we're getting the hang of it. In baptism, God claims us as beloved. It's announced from the heavens. You're my beloved, so stop worrying so doggone much. It's in the Bible, kind of like that. We're invited to sit in this good news, to notice God's gifts surrounding us, to notice God's love surrounding us, and then to trust it. We're to trust that we're accepted. We're to trust that we're acceptable, we're valuable, and then to let that give us the strength and courage to live our lives differently. But for our lives to change and to continue to change, we'll need to trust more of our lives to God. We'll need to trust in this love more and more. We'll need to grow in our belief that this good news is really true. And to grow in our trust in God, to grow in our belief, we're going to need to sit regularly. To grow, what we will need to do first is absolutely nothing. Just sit, notice, enjoy God's presence. It's funny, but it's true. And doing absolutely nothing is also known as prayer. How many times have we said, oh, I wish I just had time to do absolutely nothing? Well, if you integrate 10 to 20 minutes of prayer into your life, you have what you need. Ta-da! Prayer is doing nothing, but with purpose. With a purpose. It's a regular practice to refocus our lives, to reconnect ourselves to the wellspring of God's love and grace, that we may trust again this day, this week, that we are beloved, that we can live without fear or shame. And in Luke, we see Jesus praying all the time. He's always going off by himself to sit and pray. This week, I invite you to sit. Take 10 or 20 minutes in the morning, evening, any time, except when you're driving. That's not a good time. But any other time during the day, close your eyes and repeat a word or phrase that opens you to God's presence. And it can be beloved, or I'm beloved, God's beloved, peace, love, joy, whatever it is that opens you to God's presence. And just sit, rest in God's presence. And let that time remind you that love does indeed surround you. Grace surrounds you. And you can trust this love and live without fear. I agree with Nee in that Christianity is a queer business. We need to find ways to sit regularly, noticing and enjoying the grace and love of God, what has already been done for us, already been given, so that we may grow in our trust that God calls us beloved, that love surrounds us, God accepts us as we are, and then we will find strength to walk in the new direction that Jesus is going. Thanks be to God. Amen.